Welcome back, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt. Senator John Husted represents my home state of Ohio. I'm sure he's revved up for Penn State coming to the shoe this weekend. Are we worried about that game, Senator, at all?
I think you should be worried about that game. I'm always worried when you're playing Penn State. This game has been on their schedule. On their schedule is the most important game of the year for them, even though they've faced some tough times this year. They'll be ready.
All right. Good warning, good caution. Now, I wanted to ask you as a freshman Republican, and you're up for re-election again next year. When you got to D.C., did you expect anything like Operation Arctic Frost to blow up in your hand? It's got nothing to do with you. You weren't even there when Jack Smith was rampaging through the phone records of your colleagues in the Senate caucus. But what's your reaction to it?
Well, it's awful. I listen to my colleagues. I mean, think about this. You're a sitting member of the U.S. Senate, and you're being surveilled by your own government. I mean, it's a startling thing to see happen, and I know many of my colleagues who, were being monitored by this operation. They're mad about it, and they should be mad about it. If the Trump administration had done this to Democrats, they'd be throwing a fit. But now the Democrats want to pretend like it's no big deal. Well, it's a huge deal, and it's wrong.
You know, you're too young, Senator, to remember the Select Committee on Watergate that was the summer of 1973, the Irvin Committee. I'm urging every Republican to vote yes. Put Lindsey Graham in the chair so it'll be funny and move fast, and load it up with lawyers and hire brand new staff, given subpoena power, because 160 Republicans were targeted by this ginned up, ridiculous operation to bring people down. I think the American people will be shocked if there's focus put on that. Do you agree with that?
I do. I think that there's so many things out there in the world today that you got to put focus on it. The egregious things like this are just, I think you inform the American people, and they will be shocked by what's happened. No doubt about it. And I
No,
want
thank,
my, I think that my colleagues who are surveilled deserve their opportunity to question the people who did this to them.
yeah, I would put Ted Cruz and Eric Schmidt on there because they were both surveilled, as was Lindsey Graham. But you got Cotton and you got Lee, you got all John Kennedy, you got lawyers out the ears that can run this thing. Go hire a new staff and turn them loose. Let me ask you about the shutdown, Senator. How's it playing in Ohio? Do they know in the Buckeye State Democrats are cutting off SNAP benefits this weekend to poor folks?
I think they do. I think they realize that we have 52 Republicans that have voted to open up the government. There's 3 Democrats who've joined us. We need 5 more. It's the Schumer shutdown. It's day 30. There are consequences. Many of the Democrats want to they want to say, well, it's the president should come in and say, by the way, Hugh, they keep saying the president should come in and fix the SNAP issues. They just had a rally that said no kings, right? Like they didn't want him to
Right.
take this unilateral action. And now all of a sudden they don't do their jobs and they want to absolve themselves by saying, Donald Trump, come in and save us, come in and save us. They're just wrong. He is coming in and saving them. He's paying the military. He's figuring out how to do that. They're doing so many things that under other circumstances they would say, well, stop acting like a king, stop doing all this stuff unilaterally. But now they're begging him to do it because they failed to lead in their own right by opening up the government. But I think that Ohioans know that the Democrats are the ones that are the cause of this. People are going to really start feeling the pain, with SNAP beneficiaries. 1.4 million Ohioans will not get their SNAP after the end of this week, which means a lot of poor families, but a lot of these are children who will not get meals next week as a result of this. And I think the Democrats are looking for an exit strategy, but they can't yet find one that allows them to save face. It won't come from Chuck Schumer. It will come from rank and file Democrats who are starting to see the real consequences with their constituents.
Is there a whisper in the Senate that as soon as Tuesday's elections are in the rearview mirror, that the 5 more Democrats you need will materialize, like Gene Sheen and Gary Peters? They're retiring. They got nothing to lose. John Ossoff's going to get blown out in Georgia. If people go without food in the SNAP program in Georgia, he's going to lose all his leverage. Do you hear a whisper that they're going to cave next week?
Uh, I think that I hear some of those vibes out there that they're, hey, if we open this up, what can we do next that will allow us to point to say that that things are moving in the right direction. You hear some of those kinds of things, but Hugh, I don't want to put a lot of stock into it because I've heard those things before. It was first of all, it was when the No Kings rally is going to be over, then they're going to open it up. And so it's just, we've heard a lot of this before. But I do think that once they get past next Tuesday's election, win or lose on those, then they're going to try to look for an escape ramp. That'd be my take.
And looking ahead to 26, Senator, you're on the ballot in 26, probably against Sherrod Brown, the old warhorse that won't go away. Do you expect this to even be on anyone's mind a year from now?
It depends on how it ends. I think we have a real opportunity to do some things on a bipartisan basis coming out of this. I really do. I hope we do. Would love to be able to get healthcare costs under control. So the only thing that people will care about a year from now is, did we do anything with this opportunity? But this is not helping Democrats right now. They're looking for some rallying point, but rallying towards something where you're going to get the responsibility for depriving poor people of access to food services and ending, cutting off pay for the men and women of the military. That's not going to be something that they can rally toward. But I hope that we can get some things done, because that's why I'm here. I want to get things done, right? And healthcare is the number one driver of inflation. Obamacare has failed. Would love to get something done in that front, and that will have a lasting impact next year.
Failed doesn't begin to express how badly Obamacare has crashed and burned.
Do you know Obamacare prices and healthcare under Obamacare have gone up 221%? It is the unaffordable care act of all time.
And Sherrod Brown was 100% for it. So I hope you bring that up with everyone you see. I hope you're at the shoe this weekend as well. Senator John Husted of Ohio, always a pleasure to talk to you, Senator. Don't go anywhere, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt.
Portions of the Hugh Hewitt Show are sponsored in part by BestHotGrill.com.